What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Nintendo Drive Reacts. I am your host, this time I guess, Ryan Turford, the man on the moose, aka producer Ryan. I edit this show. I also host the Xbox Drive, the PlayStation Drive, as well as the RPG Cave right here on this channel, youtube.com/YouMeCapri for all of our awesome content. So, of course, if you want to see Sean and Caito's reactions, because obviously, you know, Sean and Caito normally host the Nintendo Drive, and they're doing their own reactions over on ConsoleCaito's YouTube channel, youtube.com/ConsoleCaito. In fact, link is up there or in the description of this video if you want to go check out their reactions. I made sure to link it here, so definitely check out what Sean and Caito think. But I wanted to do this reaction, number one, because I wanted to test something kind of new for us, because for the most part, we haven't really done kind of a reaction video like this on the channel. Besides, you know, Sean every once in a while doing a live reaction over on Caito's channel. We don't really do live reactions that often to stuff. So I wanted to try something different with this Nintendo Direct reacts. Not only that, but honestly, this Nintendo Direct seems like it's going to be right up my alley, because it sounds like a lot of like Ryan Turford-esque games. People who know me know that I love a lot of the franchises that I think we're probably going to see today. So yeah, I think that this is going to be pretty sweet. So I'm eager to jump into this. Again, I'm basically watching it as it's live right now. It actually hasn't gone live just yet, but we're going to quickly cut to my live reactions from the Nintendo Direct. So stay tuned. And here we go. Oh man, I'm so excited. Rating pending. Anything to mature. Please note, COVID may affect release dates, blah, 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 blah. All right, it's go time. Let's see what Nintendo's got. Some weird castle. Possibly the newest Smash Brothers character. Okay, so we got some Monster Hunter thing going on. Oh, new Monster Hunter game, huh? I mean, unless it's a DLC pack or expansion for Rise, it could be anything. It could be anything. I like the tone of this, though. It looks kind of like gothic-y with like dragons and stuff. It looks pretty cool. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. So it is DLC. Okay. Must be some kind of like Iceborne, I'm imagining. Probably like a bigger kind of expansion for Monster Hunter. Summer 2022. So pretty much a year after the game comes out. So I imagine it's probably going to be pretty sizable DLC for the game. I mean, they say it right there, massive expansion in quotations. So it could be anything.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. What you just saw was the first trailer for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, the massive expansion for Monster Hunter Rise.
Over here, because it looks like I forgot that they put stuff on the other side.
Our friends at Capcom are working on many new elements that will enhance the experience for players of Monster Hunter Rise, including new stories, locales, monsters, and, although not touched on in the trailer, new hunting actions and quest rank. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak is scheduled to release as paid DLC in summer 2022. Please stay tuned for more information in the future. All right, let's see our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
All right, here we go. Where is that Castlevania collection? Give it to me.
Party during the day.
All right, so we got Mario Party Superstars up first.
It's almost time to party.
Maybe we're
going to
see a new board?
Superstars game.
Because I think we're only missing two boards.
And Peach's birthday cake, several other boards make their return. Take a stroll around Woody Woods, but watch out for those Monty moles. They'll change the board's direction when you least expect it. Travel between two islands and Yoshi's tropical island. Toadette's got the star, but she might swap places with Bowser at the last second. Party day and night in Horrorland. That King Boo statue is harmless during the day, but at night, it'll swipe stars from unsuspecting players.
I am so excited for this game.
Head to Mount Minigames
and great. I love the Mario Party games on N64. I think they are actually really good, especially like they really hold up today. So I am really excited to jump back into a lot of those classic boards, but with like some new visuals and stuff.
All boards and minigames support online play. So invite family.
Hopefully the online actually works.
Frenemies,
I mean,
get ready for the
that's
party
something. As far as Sean telling me about the Mario Party, Super Mario Party Online, it's just
Switch system
no good.
October 29th.
But I'm hoping this is
Pre-orders
awesome.
are available now on Nintendo eShop.
That's one I'm really excited for that next month.
A new RPG is in the cards.
Oh, some kind of weird card RPG.
Welcome to Voice of Cards.
So is Voice of Cards the name of the game? You play a bunch of cards and monsters come out? Okay. Got some anime-esque characters.
At the Queen's behest, you'll set off
Voice
on a
of Cards,
fantastical journey
the
to
Isle
slay a
Dragon
fearsome dragon for honor
rises.
and fortune. Everything in this realm is represented as cards, from the protagonists.
So the art kind of looks
Shops,
like something like, like the Bravely
towns,
Default art or the Project Triangle
and
strategy
environments
art,
in this fresh take
but
on
it's got
tabletop
cards,
RPGs.
which
You'll square off in
that's
turn-based card
interesting.
battles, where your skills and a little bit of luck will determine the victor.
So I feel like on ConsoleCaito's stream right now, Sean and Kaito are probably talking about how this is a Ryan Turford game through and through, but I don't know, man. I like
Spellbinding
cards,
experience
but
from the creative minds
this
of Yoko Taro
doesn't look like
and
something
Yusuke
I'm
Saito
gonna be
is
into.
about to unfold.
I like kind of like the art that they've got on these cards and kind of the music and kind of the
Voice
motif
of
of
Cards,
this, but
the Isle Dragon
yeah,
Voice launches
I don't know
on
if this is
Nintendo
for me.
Switch October
28th though.
Pre-orders
That's
and a free
pretty
demo
soon.
will be available today on Nintendo eShop.
But there's a demo. I'm gonna have to try that demo. Maybe it could win me over. I don't know.
Become a hero or an absolute disaster of a
We
human
got
being.
Disco Elysium up next. This is a game
You
I've
awaken
never
in a
played
hotel
before.
room in the city of
Heard good things,
Revachol,
but I don't
devoid
really
of
love
your memories.
CRPGs like this, so
Soon,
I don't know if
you'll
it's
learn
for
that
me.
you're a detective and get entangled in a strange murder case in the groundbreaking role-playing adventure Disco Elysium: The Final Cut. As you interrogate people and uncover clues, internal dialogues will begin. To investigate, you'll need the help of the 24 skills living within you. Your behaviors and available choices will change depending on how you develop these skills, directly impacting how the story progresses.
yeah. Again, it
What
looks
sort of
interesting,
detective will you
and apparently
become?
it's awesome. But
Disco
Yeah,
Elysium,
I'm just
The
not really
Final
into
Cut,
CRPGs,
launches
so-
digitally on Nintendo Switch
I don't know if
October
it's-
12th. The physical version of the game will
October
launch
12th,
early
that's
2022.
pretty soon too.
Pre-orders for the digital version begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Sean and I were looking at the schedule today for
Uncover
October, and
more
we were like,
stories
"Oh,
in Hyrule
there's not much
Warriors:
going on
Age
in
of
October,"
Calamity.
but the schedule is quickly filling up for Switch stuff in October. So we got Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity DLC. I mean, I figured we were going to see this here because I mean, this will hopefully be out soon, I guess, before Breath of the Wild comes out, maybe next year.
And about that courageous friend of yours, it seems I owe him as well. Yeah.
The King of Hyrule must not fall!
You know, you're pretty good for a little kid.
We'd better partner up on this, don't you think?
They won't harm you.
So just more stuff with the champions and, killing some more bad guys, I guess. I don't know. I didn't play Age of Calamity. I mean, as fun as it is to play games that run at, 15 frames a second, I'm like, I'm good.
Oh, yeah!
That's a game I maybe check out if the Switch Pro in quotations actually exists and it actually comes out and improves the frame rate of some games.
Ready?
Oh,
Set,
some weird Chocobo racing game?
Start your engines and get set for a new racing
Chocobo
experience.
GT.
Race as familiar Final Fantasy characters like Chocobo and Gilgamesh to be the first across
Okay,
the finish line.
you want to talk about something that's up Ryan Turford's alley?
Edge out
This
the competition
is
by
up
using
Ryan
drift
Turford's alley.
boosts to cut corners.
It looks very silly,
Magical
but
stones called
oh man,
magicites are
this looks
contained
awesome.
inside items. collect these throughout courses to cast magic like fire and arrow to blast away opponents.
Oh man, you've even got the spell names for Final Fantasy, and you can build up your powers. Oh man, this looks awesome.
Each racer also has.
I mean, if it plays anything like Mario Kart and it's got, Final Fantasy characters, yes, please.
Engine customization options will be available, as well as local and online multiplayer.
I'm curious what other Final Fantasy characters or monsters
players
are
can
in the game,
compete
too.
in a bracket-style tournament to determine the racing champion. Chocobo GP races exclusively onto Nintendo Switch next year.
So next year, that looks like it's going to be fun.
What did you think?
I can tell just by looking at it. It looks like it's going to be fun.
Before we show you our next video, we have some news about the last fighter for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game.
All right, here we go. Smash time.
Mr. Sakurai, the game's director, will reveal this fighter in the final Mr. Sakurai Presents video on October 5th.
October 5th. That's like almost 2 weeks away.
He'll show you how to use this fighter, so please look forward to it.
I was expecting we were to see it here, but
it's been about 3 years since the game was released. This will be the last presentation about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I hope you'll check it out. Next, please take a look at this.
Bum, 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 bum. So we got some post-up. Oh, I think I know what this is. I'm not going to spoil it because, I mean, we saw a leak of this before the presentation, but all I know, I feel like Bobby, the Nintendo guru, would have appreciated this, even though he would have complained the whole time. In his heart of hearts, though, I think he would have liked this game. I'm ready to see this one in action, though. It's your boy. It's Kirby. I'm actually really excited that we're going to have like a actual, 3D Kirby game. I think this is going to be really fun. Oh, look at that. Look at that little puffball just running around this post-apocalyptic world. It's the Last of Us Kirby edition. It's pretty exciting. Oh man. Again, it looks so silly, but it also looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm curious how the flying controls are going to work in 3D, but we'll see that later, I guess. I wonder if the star is just like your normal fast travel, like just going from place to place. Oh, we saw the little hover, so he didn't get eaten. Also, he doesn't really steal any of the monster's powers by the looks of it. Oh, there we go. I spoke too soon. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Honestly, admittedly, that actually looks pretty cool. I'm actually pretty excited about that one. So spring 2022. So another game for February or March of next year, by the sounds of it.
That was the trailer for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. In this new game, you can freely move around in 3D areas using familiar Kirby moves.
I love the way the little float just looks in 3D. Just looks so silly.
Abandoned structures from a past civilization.
I wonder exactly what you're going to be doing.
What lies in store?
What the objectives are, or
the game is scheduled to release in spring
you're
2022.
Doing as Kirby in that game.
We hope you'll look forward to Kirby's new adventure. Next, we have this to show you. Please take a look.
It could be anything. Oh my god, it's Animal Crossing. Somewhere, somehow, ConsoleCaito is freaking out right now. Because it looks like Brewster is back. Brewster's Coffee is here. We're just gonna go hang out and, talk about all our tales on our islands with Brewster. Oh, Animal Crossing is getting its own direct with Brewster airing in October. Okay.
Since its launch in 2020,
It's so weird that it's like a year and a half later and you're finally getting Animal Crossing stuff. It's finally happening.
New free content will arrive in November. In preparation for its release, we will be airing an Animal Crossing New Horizons Direct in October. In it, we'll go over the content in more detail. Please be on the lookout for the air date of this presentation. Let's move on to more Nintendo Switch headlines.
All right, give me that Castlevania Advance Collection. Let's go.
2 games, 1 game update, and lots of fun.
Oh.
4 more free
There we go.
content is coming to the
More
Mario
content
Golf
from
Super
Mario
Rush
Golf
game.
Super Rush.
Koopa Troopa enters the fairway as a
Yeah,
playable
boy.
character.
It's your boy. He's back.
Dish out tricky shots and dashes to mess
Koopa
with the
Troopa used to be
competition.
one of my mains from the
Ninja
older
will also be playable.
Mario Golf games, so I'm very excited
Take
to see
advantage of Ninja's blinding speed to outpace opponents.
it. Yeah, that blinding speed only
courses are
sounds
also
cool on
being
the
added.
speed golf. And no, come on, no one plays speed golf.
These
got
additions will come
2 new
swinging
courses.
in as a free software update later today.
And it's available right now. I'm excited for that.
What's this? An invitation.
Oh my God,
You're
Mickey Mouse and
invited to
Smash?
live in a magical world with Mickey Mouse and dozens of Disney characters.
So there's another Magic
Spend
Kingdom game?
time with Disney friends.
I'd forgotten that they actually
Craft
did
your
one of
own
these.
whimsical costumes and furniture, and explore delightful Disney-themed worlds. All downloadable content from the original Nintendo 3DS version is included. Disney Magical
So it's essentially
World
like a
2
Kingdom Hearts
Enchanted
game
Edition
where you
soars
explore the
onto
world of
Nintendo
Disney
Switch
just,
this holiday.
without the Kingdom Hearts.
A beloved Star Wars game is coming to Nintendo Switch.
It's KOTOR.
Blast off to captivating
Just in time
planets
for the
and
remake.
join
You can
forces
play
with
the
Jedi,
OG KOTOR.
droids, and outcasts in this blend of action, role-playing, and adventure. Will you use the Force for good, or will you be lured to the dark side? Your
God, that
choices
game's so
determine
good.
the galaxy's fate in Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic.
I'm
Launching
ready
on
for people
Nintendo
to
Switch
see just how
November 11th.
poorly the game
Pre-orders
is
begin
aged as far as the
today
combat,
on
but
Nintendo eShop.
how good the story still is for that game.
There's one thing you
Oh,
must
Dying
always
Light, stay
remember.
human.
Stay human.
We knew
Is the
Dying Light
city,
1's coming to Switch.
humanity's last
We didn't know this
stronghold
one's coming to
against
Switch.
a virus that turns people into the undead. In the cloud version of Dying Light 2,
Oh.
Stay Human.
Of
you'll
course
need to
it's a
master
cloud
both
version.
Parkour and tactical combat to survive in this brutal open world.
You know, we're
action
probably
RPG.
good. We probably don't need
explore
this.
alone, or with up to 3 other
I mean,
players. in
Donnie
online
Reese somewhere is
co-op
probably,
as you unravel
like,
the dark secrets of
Somewhat
those in
happy, but
power
not really
during the
because it's
day.
cloud version.
Then plunder the layers of the infected at night. Your decisions will shape the story, but they'll
This seems
also
like the type
have
of game that
consequences.
requires like
No matter where
some
your
precision,
actions lead you,
jumping mechanics
there's
that
one thing you
what
must
would be
always
like
remember.
really tough to play with
Stay
any type of
human.
latency on
While
the
you're
cloud
at it,
version.
take the prequel on the go in Dying Light Platinum Edition.
But at least you got the OG
Scavenge
Dying
for
Light
supplies,
without
craft weapons,
without
and face
cloud,
hordes
at
of the
least.
infected
Got that going
in
for
a
you.
post-apocalyptic open world. Dying Light 2 Stay Human Cloud version launches on Nintendo Switch February 4th, 2022.
So it's day and
The free
date.
demo will also launch the same day on Nintendo eShop. Dying Light Platinum Edition comes to Nintendo Switch
You can
October
go
19th.
get Dying Light just in
Pre-orders
time
begin
for
today on
Halloween
Nintendo eShop.
on the Switch. Hopefully it runs well.
Utility, morality, or liberty. In Triangle Strategy, a
Project
fiery
Triangle
chronicle of war
Strategy is
presented
now
in
just
stunning HD
Triangle
2D.
Strategy. I'm amazed we're only
Your
seeing this as a
actions will lead
highlight,
you through
but
a riveting story
I'm glad
that
it's finally
changes
here.
based on the decisions
Maybe
you
we'll find
make.
out when it's coming out.
In the end, where will your conviction guide you?
You have gone to the one place I cannot follow.
In response to the survey about the demo released in February
God, this
of
game
this
looks
year,
so good.
the game has been fine-tuned with a focus on elements that received lots of feedback. These include adjustments to the difficulty,
I wonder if there's going to be another demo
improvements
like
to
they did
on-screen
for
visuals,
Bravely Default.
camera angle controls, the ability to review previous dialogue,
These are some
and
good changes.
streamlined game flow and loading times. More details are now available on Nintendo.com.
Splendid.
Triangle Strategy will launch on Nintendo
Ooh,
Switch
March 4th.
2022.
Same day as Gran Turismo 7.
Pre-orders begin today.
That's going to be a
on
very
Nintendo
good day for
eShop.
Ryan Turford. Gran Turismo 7, Project Triangle Strategy. Ooh, Metroid Dread. Another trailer for Metroid Dread. I mean, I'm good at this point. I don't need to say any more. I've already got my collector's edition of the game pre-ordered with the amiibo and my Switch OLED all coming the same day. I can't wait for it. But I understand why they're doing this. Like they have to like try and oversell Metroid Dread in order to get people to pick it up because it just hasn't historically sold well. But again, as a huge Metroid fan, like they've already shown me enough to basically sell me on the premise of the game and the look, and I just cannot wait for this game.
There may be a very small opportunity to escape. Don't let your guard down.
Of course, you got Robo Crate this time. Oh man. Got some evil Chozo. You got some crazy robots. Oh, that game looks so good. I cannot wait for it. It's soon. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks that we're playing Metroid.
The most powerful bounty hunter in the galaxy embarks on a new mission to the uncharted
the trailer's still going.
ZDR. Her objectives? Confirm whether the deadly X-parasite still exists, and figure out why the EMI research robots in search of it have mysteriously gone dark.
I can't lie. The voiceover here is very silly.
ZDR is divided into multiple environments, each with its own elements and organisms.
And people were really worried when they first showed this that it was going to be like all indoor environments, but it looks like a lot of different environments in this one.
Chozo may have once called the planet their home. Visit Metroid.Nintendo.com to read Metroid Dread Report Volume 8 for a detailed account of the terrain and life forms you may encounter.
I don't know if you want to do that because I heard that Volume 8 actually has a lot of spoilers in it. So maybe don't check that one out.
Yourself for the dangers that lie ahead.
But oh my god, I can't believe it's almost here.
Launches on Nintendo Switch
October 8th. Just get here faster,
available
please.
Now on Nintendo eShop.
How was that? Up next, we have news about Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh, here we
Many
go.
people have been
N64 time?
Switch Online
Game Boy
since
time?
It launched in September 2018. In addition to the current membership, we'll be adding a new membership plan.
Yep, the premium content that Nate the Hate was talking about.
Part of this new plan's content,
it's N64. Let's go. Yeah, boy.
you'll be able to play a collection of Nintendo 64 games.
I wish they would remove the dang bar from the
The
sides, though.
Nintendo 64 system
I just
launched
want black
25
bars
years ago.
there.
I think this system gave many players their first 3D gaming
Looks like a
experiences,
pretty good lineup of games.
as well as
Mario
intense
Kart,
four-player
Sin and
multiplayer
Punishment.
action. With Nintendo
Zelda?
Switch, up to 4 people can
Mario
play
Tennis?
select Nintendo 64 games locally or online.
Hopefully this means too, if you're paying more for the service,
Also,
there are going to
with
be
this
more
new
games.
membership
on it.
plan, in addition to the Nintendo 64 games,
Oh, Sega Genesis, here we go. Hopefully we see
You can
some
play a
stuff
collection of
that's
games on
outside
Sega's
some of the
Genesis
collections we
system.
usually see for Genesis. Phantasy Star 4, Streets
this
of
means you'll be
Rage,
able to play these
Echo.
classic games whenever and wherever you'd like. The new plan will include all elements of the base Nintendo
doing
Switch
it.
online membership,
I gotta get it. It's gonna be great.
as well as the ability to play the included Nintendo
Sounds like we're getting an
64
N64
Genesis
controller as well.
games. This is Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack.
I love like kind of the
This
subtle
new
like
membership plan
N64
will be
reference
added in
there.
late October.
Okay, gotta wait till late October.
Of course, you'll still be
But-
able to continue using the existing plans. Also, those who have an existing membership plan can change over to the new plan. We'll share more details about this new membership plan at a later time, including the exact release date and pricing information. For now, however, we'd like to announce the games that will be available when it launches.
Okay, so
You'll
Sin
be
and
able to
Punishment,
play
Dr.
the Nintendo
Mario,
64 games
Win
shown
Back,
here.
Yoshi's Story, Okay.
as well as these Genesis games.
Pretty good lineup of Genesis games too. You got Shining Force,
We'll also
Castlevania
continue adding
Bloodlines,
more Nintendo 64 games such as The
Phantasy
Legend
Star
of Zelda
4.
Majora's Mask.
got some good stuff in there.
F-Zero X. as well as
Finally,
other
F-Zero
Nintendo
comes to
64 and
Switch
Genesis games going forward.
with F-Zero X. Oh man. Oh, Paper Mario is coming. Banjo-Kazooie.
Furthermore, we've prepared Nintendo 64 and Genesis controllers to ensure the games can be played with
Genesis
the same
controller.
style controls from their original releases.
I mean, you can probably use the 8-bit-do one that,
Both can be used wirelessly.
or sorry, the retro-bit one that came out a little while ago that I really liked, the 6-button
These
one.
controllers will be available for purchase by
In fact,
any
I
Nintendo
think it's
Switch
odd that they
online
did the
member.
3-button controller but not 6-button for Genesis. But
We hope you'll
hopefully
look
there's
forward
no
to
fighting
this new
games.
membership plan.
That's all I ask.
Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack. Let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Where's the Game Boy games? Also, come on, Castlevania Advanced Collection. Give it to
There's
me.
plenty to play in these collections.
Ooh, Shadowrun trilogy.
Cyberpunk meets fantasy in this 3-game collection.
That's
of
an
cult
old school
classic
collection right
RPGs. As a Shadowrunner mercenary, you'll explore
That's
a
kinda cool.
dystopian future where
I
magic
like
has
that.
reawakened.
Even though I don't really
and
like
fantasy
CRPGs,
creatures
like I
have
said
come
earlier
back
with
to
Disco
life.
Elysium.
Immersive
That's
branching
pretty cool.
narratives, skill-based character growth, and gripping turn-based tactical combat await in Shadowrun Trilogy, launching on Nintendo Switch next year. The perpetual
Here we
struggle
go.
against Count
Castlevania
Dracula
Advanced
continues.
Collection. I'm so hyped for this.
Advanced Collection brings together.
I was
4
talking about it with
classic
Sean today,
Castlevania
where it's like
games
there's
with
no other way to
deadly
play these
beautiful
games but
graphics
on
and
Wii U
hauntingly epic
at this
music.
point. So
The rewind,
getting these
quick
on
save, and
modern
button
platforms is
mapping
gonna be
features will
so
also
awesome.
Vamp up or ramp up your fight against evil.
Especially because all these
regional
games are
versions of
awesome.
Each game, as well as a gallery mode with never-before-seen artwork, are included. Castlevania Advanced Collection launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
Yes! I'm gonna so go buy this after we're done
Almighty
recording
Classic
today.
returns.
Oh. Oh, is this ActRaiser?
Classic Super NES game ActRaiser
Oh,
returns on
no
Nintendo
way.
Switch, now remastered
That's
in HD.
awesome.
As the Lord of Light,
Somewhere Mitch
Almighty
Dyer
God,
is, like,
only you can
freaking
save
the heck
mankind
out
from
right
the forces
now.
of Tanzra, the
ActRaiser
Lord of
is such an
Dark.
underappreciated
You'll wage war
game,
in 2
and
phases.
to see it
First,
actually come back and
strike
look
down monsters
awesome.
in the side-scrolling action
That's-
phase
that's-
to liberate the lands from the
that's
grasp
dope.
of evil.
You
Master
better believe I'm gonna be
swordsmanship
playing
and
that too.
magic to vanquish all who stand in your path. Then
That's another one too
cultivate
that's
the
weird
lands
that
you've
it's not on
liberated
Switch
in the
Online, but I guess
world-building
this is the
creation
reason
phase.
why it's not there.
It's up to you to decide which structures will be destroyed to make way for new ones, creating a flourishing civilization. As you do so, your powers will increase, giving you an edge in both phases. Alternate between the original and rearranged versions of the beloved soundtrack and enjoy brand new music.
That's awesome that you're able to switch between
New
both
stages and new
soundtracks
boss
while
battles
playing.
also await.
Oh, dude, this looks
ActRaiser
so
Renaissance
good.
descends onto Nintendo Switch later today.
Yes. Oh man, 2 things I'm gonna buy today.
A new chapter is about to unfold.
Oh, so is this Deltarune Chapter 2? My God. Yes. I still haven't played this yet. I loved Chapter 1. But I haven't checked out Chapter 2 because I knew it was going to come to consoles at some point. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to wait on it. But it's coming to Switch maybe today. I mean, yes, please. I'm all in. The music's so good. It looks like so much fun to play. And again, Chapter 1, if you haven't played it yet, it's free to play and it's amazing. So definitely check it out. Especially if you liked Undertale and you haven't checked out Deltarune for some reason. Yes. Oh man, 3 games free to play today. So now we've just got the highlight reel, Shin Megami Tensei 5, some Hot Wheels game. This is all the stuff that I guess is coming out soon. We still got 13 minutes left in this direct. There's still lots more they could show. Oh man, I'm so excited for Shin Megami Tensei 5. I've got my collector's edition pre-ordered. I'm ready to go with that game, and I'm ready to talk about it with Garrett Bland this fall because I think it's going to be pretty awesome. The OG arcade version of Pac-Man. That's interesting. Yeah, it's Rune Factory 5. It's farming, it's RPGs, it exists.
How's everything? There are still a few more announcements in today's Nintendo Direct.
I love how they always ask, like, how are you doing after that
Miyamoto-san.
announcement?
What brings you in?
I wanted to make an announcement, so I was hoping I could step in.
Oh, is this
of
maybe Donkey Kong?
Hi everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. We've previously announced that I have been working with the Hollywood movie studio Illumination
Oh, the
and its
Mario
CEO
movie.
and producer Chris
That's
Meledandri-san,
something.
who are known for movies like Despicable Me.
I wonder if
and
they're going to
Sing,
do like
and
a
making
Mario
full-length
movie
animated
game.
Mario movie
Like a Mario
for the
movie
big
game
screen.
tie-in. That would be
Today,
interesting.
I wanted to announce its theatrical release timing. Ta-da!
Holiday
The movie will be
2022.
released in theaters in
Get ready for the Mario
2022.
movie, kids.
The
Hopefully
release
it's not
date
as
for
bad
North
as Super
America
Mario
is
Brothers.
on December
I mean,
21st, and we'll be
it's-
announcing release
it's
dates
probably
for
not
Japan,
gonna be that bad.
Europe, and other regions at a later
December
time.
21st, so
It'll be
just
a
in
while
time for
longer
Christmas
until we can
to
share
watch
a glimpse of
Mario
in
on the big
action on the
screen.
big screen. But today, I also wanted to reveal our key cast members who will be voicing Mario and his friends in the movie.
It's still really silly that they're,
Of
they're
course,
doing
is
a
Mario,
Mario movie spot in
who will be
Nintendo
played
Direct.
by Chris Pratt.
Also, I can't imagine
He's so
Chris Pratt as
cool.
Mario. I'm sure
Mario
it'll be
will
fine,
be talking
but
a lot in the movie. Please look forward to Mario as performed by the very
just
talented
Italian
Chris Pratt.
accent Chris Pratt is going to be interesting.
Next, Princess Peach will be played by Anya Taylor-Joy. I can't wait to see a very spirited Princess Peach. Mario's little brother, Luigi, will be played
Charlie
by
Day's
Charlie Day.
Luigi. Again, Charlie Day
I'm
with
excited
like
for
a,
you to see this timid
an
sibling
Italian
appear on
accent is going to
screen.
be interesting.
Bowser will be played by the one and only Jack Black.
See, here's the
I'm
thing.
expecting
I don't
a
know if
monster performance by
I'm
Jack's
sure it'll
son.
be fine, but it's like weird to have
The comedian
these guys going to be
Keegan-Michael
like super
Key will be
talky.
playing Toad.
But I don't know.
I'm
We've
looking
seen
forward
Mario
to great
characters be
comedic
talky
moments.
before with the Mario cartoons back in the day, so
Even though this
it
is a
wasn't that
Mario
weird.
movie,
But
Donkey Kong
I
will
don't know.
also be making an appearance. He
I
will
don't
be
know about
played
that.
by
Seth
Seth
Rogen
Rogen.
as Donkey Kong. I don't know, man.
I'm eager for you to see a humorous Donkey Kong by Seth's son. And of course, Charles Martinet, who has voiced Mario and many more Nintendo characters in our games over the years, is also involved.
See, at least they got
and will be
Charles
appearing
Martinet in there
surprise
somewhere. at
cameos
least.
in the movie.
Who knows? Maybe they have 8-bit Mario in there or
We
somewhere,
also have more
or Paper
incredible
Mario.
talent joining the film to play some of our other beloved
Cranky
characters.
Kong.
That is all I can share with you today about the Mario movie. This is a very collaborative project between
Mario movie
Illumination
hype?
and Nintendo. We've all been coming up with
Not
all
much.
sorts of ideas, and I
I'm sorry,
myself am
I can't get
enjoying
hyped
the
for
creative
the
process
Mario
that is
movie
a
without
little
at
bit
least
different
seeing a
from
trailer or
making
something
games.
like that. So
It may be a while until we can share more updates, but I hope you'll look forward to it.
Miyamoto looks very excited
Back
about
to
this
you.
though. So got to get handed to him for that at least.
Please look forward to Mario's adventure jumping into the world of motion pictures. Next, we'd like to show you this.
It could be anything. Oh, it's Splatoon time. Yeah, I figured we were going to see this here, especially because I would imagine this is probably, prediction time before we see the date. I'm imagining this is probably a May or June title. Probably June, but possibly May. But I'm going to go lock it in June of next year. It'll be a date in June next year. Just like to kind of coincide with like when Splatoon 2 came out. Oh, you got some weird paint stretchy hand to go across the environment. You got it. Looks like you got a shield. I do really like the music in Splatoon, so I think this could be pretty cool. Also, what the heck is this thing? So this looks like it's going to be the single player, going around and exploring some post-apocalyptic squid place. I don't know, man. Splatoon's weird. It's a weird game, but that's why we love it. Again, the music's pretty dang cool. I have to hand it to it just for the music. I think it's pretty awesome. All right, give us a date, Nintendo. When are we playing this game? Return of the Mammalians. So like mammal aliens. Oh, we got the Squid Lab guy from the Squid researcher from the Nintendo Switch reveal event. Where's his Splat Doolies? We need the Splat Doolies.
What you just saw was the latest research footage from Splatoon 3.
Also, he's not doing the poses this time.
Allow me to share a bit of what we know so far.
We need the poses. He needs to do this.
In Splatsville. It's known as the city of
Going to
Chaos.
Splatsville.
Centered around Splatsville are the Splatlands, a place long inhabited by advanced sea creatures such as squids and octopuses. Buildings spanning several generations are crammed into the city, creating its distinctive culture. In the Splatlands, turf war appears to be a popular activity. Its basic rules are unchanged. 2 4-player teams compete against each other to ink the most area. However, the trend seems to have undergone a major shift with the existence of new main and special weapons.
You can just drive around in a mech, or you got stretchy hands,
in the latter
or
portion of
that's
the
some
footage,
weird stuff
we
going
were
on.
able to observe activities from Story Mode, the single-player campaign.
Return of the Mammalians.
Meaning, the reappearance of mammals appears to be the theme of Story Mode this
Not the
time
mammals. We gotta
What
destroy
could this
them all.
possibly mean in a world where all mammals, except for 2 cats, have vanished? It appears that there's still a lot to uncover.
Come on, tell us a date,
Continue
dude.
with our research and keep you updated once more results become available. Please look forward to more Splatoon 3.
There we go. We finally got the pose. No Splat Doolies,
Updates
though.
to come. See you next time.
Come on. No date for Splatoon.
So,
What are you
what
doing
did
for
you
this,
think?
Nintendo?
Splatoon 3, taking place in a new world, is scheduled to release in 2022.
It must be farther
Please
off than
look
I'm thinking.
forward to future
Like maybe
updates.
by the end of the year, next year, like fall 2022.
Okay, this is the last trailer we have to show you today.
All right,
Please
what's it gonna
take
be?
a look.
Fire Emblem, Breath of the Wild. Oh, Bayonetta 3. This is Bayonetta 3. It's happening. It finally exists. This also kind of leaked ahead of time too, so we already kind of knew it's happening. I just can't believe that this game's a real game. So it's like just weirdly multiplying behind them, I guess. Yeah. So I really like Bayonetta, but I don't know if this looks better than Bayonetta 2 on Wii U. So I'm hoping it's awesome. Gotta dodge, it's witch time.
Bad boy.
It's finally happening. Bayonetta 3 is a real game that exists in real life. We can all stop asking where Bayonetta 3
It
is
seems
now.
I'm unfashionably late.
The game that was announced 5 years ago finally is reemerged. And yes, I'm saying 5 years dramatically. I know it was 4 years ago. We got some gameplay of Bayonetta. Okay, that looks cool. You're fighting inside the subway car. It looks a little more detailed than kind of the open world there. But, I mean, all of the fast-paced combat looks like it's still intact and it's still probably going to be a really fun game. I was just expecting maybe more of a little bit of a visual update. But again, this is also a Switch game, so maybe I'm expecting too much. I'm just too used to PS5 or Xbox Series X games now, I guess. Oh, she turned into like a weird hair dragon. It's gonna eat these guys, I guess. Or you got like kaiju battles going on. So like you're directing these monsters? Is that kind of the new gimmick this time? Oh, that's a cool looking spider. That also happens to have the scorpion tail, but I didn't notice until then. Okay, Bayonetta 3. It's a game that exists that will maybe eventually come out. I mean, this is a lot of gameplay, so I expect that this is a mid-2022 game. Just 2022. So it's out next year at some point. Maybe. Or they're slashing the date.
What you just saw was the latest trailer for Bayonetta 3. We announced this game in 2017, and we thank you for your patience.
That was so long
ago. This game will launch next year. We hope you look forward to Bayonetta's
So now after this, all we need
encounters.
is Metroid Prime 4 to come out, and then we'll have all the old games that they announced a long time ago.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
All right, and that was it for the showcase. I'm gonna just pause it real quick. We'll come back to me here. So, what did I think about the showcase overall? Honestly, I thought it was an okay showing. I think that it definitely dragged in some parts, and we definitely got a lot of announcements for games we already kind of, knew about. I mean, even though I know that I personally, as a Metroid fan, don't need to necessarily be sold more on, Metroid Dread at this point. I'm already, all in on the game. I understand why Nintendo is doing it because, again, this franchise hasn't really sold that well, and they need to get new people into it. And I totally get it from the marketing perspective. But at the same time, for a Metroid fan like me, it's less exciting when I see something like that, especially because, again, I'm like so sold on the game and I just don't want to know anything. I just want to play it at this point. And I kind of felt that way about some of the other things that we knew we were going to see here too, like Mario Party, Superstars, or some of the other announcements of things we already saw. But I loved that they did kind of the highlight showcase where they did like the very quick reel of here are all the games that are coming out soon, and they didn't dwell too much on them. Like for example, Shin Megami Tensei 5 recently just had a full like story trailer, so I didn't necessarily think that it needed like this big like new trailer today that went along with it. So I think that they handled like games like that really nicely, games that are exciting, that are coming out soon but don't necessarily need this like huge spotlight on them. And I wish they would have maybe handled some of the other games like that in there as well. And I like some of the smaller updates for stuff like Mario Golf as well as some of the other stuff. But big highlights for me, Project Triangle Strategy. It's now just Triangle Strategy. It has an actual release date. It's out March 4th. That game still looks incredible. The demo was amazing, and I can't wait for that full game. I think that it's definitely one of the more exciting Nintendo Switch titles for me personally next year that I'm most hyped about. So I definitely think that that game looks really awesome, and I can't wait for that. All of the collections that came out, the ActRaiser kind of remake, I can't believe that's a real game, and it's that you can go buy it today. Like, I can't wait to go like basically turn this this video recording off and go play that, because that looked awesome. We got that. We got the Castlevania Advance Collection, even though I'm probably not going to pick it up on Switch because I will probably end up getting it on maybe PS5 or Xbox at this point. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do yet, but I tend to play those more on home TV rather than on the go. So that's where I'm probably going to pick that one up. But I'm just so glad we're finally seeing it after it get rated by like 8 different ratings boards, and we kind of already knew it was going to get announced today, but I was really excited about that. The new Kirby game, I actually think looked really fun. Like, and yeah, like I'm someone who's always kind of like hit or miss with Kirby. Some of the games really work for me and some don't. Like Kirby's Epic Yarn is probably still my favorite Kirby game. Yes, I know it's like childishly easy, but I just love the look, the feel, and it just was pure fun playing that game. So I'm actually really looking forward to this new Kirby game. I think it looks like it's going to add a lot, and I think it's going to be a really fun game. N64 and Genesis coming to Switch Online. That is dope. I'm so excited about that. I'm a little bummed that it's not tonight and it's going to be later on October, but it looks like there's going to be a really solid lineup of games, even though it's kind of silly that we had the Mario 3D All-Stars collection last year, but then we're getting Mario 64 on Switch Online. So in theory, you didn't really need to buy that collection. I mean, you did kind of if you want Mario Galaxy or Sunshine. But I mean, for Mario 64, if you just wanted that on your Switch, honestly, the easiest way to do it was probably just buy the get the Switch Online expansion pass, expansion pack, which is essentially again just a play on N64. And again, I totally love that. But even the Genesis games that they showed there, the problem with the Genesis games that they showed that I found was just, we already have a lot of those in other Genesis collections, especially the Genesis collection that already exists on Switch. And I'm curious to know how much better or worse those games are going to play there and on the Switch Online versus, what's already in that collection. But if you haven't picked up that collection, I think it's actually a pretty solid lineup of Genesis games. Again, as someone who grew up with the Genesis and really knows Genesis probably better than I know Nintendo, I think that it's actually a pretty solid lineup of games. Again, you've got the original Shining Force, you got Phantasy Star 4, Sonic, Streets of Rage, like all the games you'd expect to be there are kind of there. So I think that's actually a pretty good selection of games. Splatoon 3, I thought looked actually really impressive, even though for the Turf War stuff, it kind of looks like just more Splatoon, but in a way, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think that's, exactly kind of what it needs and what it's got to be doing going forward. Either way, I think it's going to be really fun, and I'm excited for Splatoon 2, but I do think them just saying 2022 instead of giving like a specific like window in 2022 seems to me that it's probably later in the year than I was kind of expecting. I was expecting it to be like a kind of a summer game, kind of doing what they did with Splatoon 2 when the Switch launched, and maybe kind of get it in that like nice summer window, because I think like Splatoon as a series is kind of like a cool like summery kind of game. That would be like kind of the perfect game to play over the summer. But unfortunately, we don't know if that's for sure yet, but I have a sneaking suspicion it probably will be later next year, if I'm not mistaken. So Splatoon looked good as well. And yeah, I mean, Bayonetta 3, I think the combat itself looked fun. I don't know about the visuals. Like, they're fine, I guess. I mean, it's Platinum, so I mean, I'm not expecting, revolutionary graphics or anything like that, but it's fine. But I know that the game is going to be fun to play, and that's the main thing. As long as the gameplay is good, I think it's going to be a really good game, especially because like we talked about it when we talked about our favorite 360 games on the roundabout last year on the Xbox Drive when talking about Bayonetta. But like, people usually go to Bayonetta and they're not looking for this engrossing story or these amazing looking videos. They mostly come to Bayonetta for the gameplay. So I definitely think the gameplay probably is going to be pretty fun, and I think that's going to catapult that over the pack there. So I think that pretty much covers everything that I really enjoyed from the Direct. I got to say a huge shout out to ConsoleCaito, who's probably, again, freaking out right now because we're finally getting updates for Animal Cross after, who knows now how long, plus a Nintendo Direct specifically all about Animal Crossing next month. So I know she's freaking out somewhere. So huge shout out to Kato, and I'm sure this is probably one announcement she's been waiting, years for. It's finally here. So either way, those are my thoughts on the Nintendo Direct. Viewers at home, what do you think about the Nintendo Direct? What did you think about this event? And do you think maybe I was a little bit not as excited about this? Also, I'd love to hear if you want to see us do more of this type of thing, because again, a lot of times we usually like to live stream this type of thing, but at the same time, we're not always able to do that. Or likewise, in a situation where, let's say, Sean and Kaito are doing something and we're not able to have 4 or 5 people on stream, maybe doing like a separate video, like this might be the preferable method. Or if you just want to see me do more reactions like this that are just kind of out of nowhere, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone on this particular type of video, because again, again, this is the first time we're doing something like this, so I'd love to know what y'all think. Of course, you can find me on Twitter anytime at Ryan Turford. You can find us on Twitter at Yumi Capri's, as well as right here on YouTube, youtube.com/Yumi Capri. The Nintendo Drive also, it's on podcast services around the globe. We got a lot of awesome things coming up with the Nintendo Drive over the coming months. Plenty of reviews coming. We just started hashing out the plans for our Metroid Dread review that I will actually be doing. So you'll be getting me once again on the Nintendo Drive doing a review from Metroid Dread. So we'll be talking about that more over the next couple of weeks, as well as some other surprises as well. So I think the Nintendo Drive is going to be in a good place. So you're definitely going to want to be checking it out either right here on YouTube or again, podcast services. We're on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're on all the things. So definitely check us out there. Until then, friends, I'm Ryan Turford. This has been the Nintendo Drive Reacts to the Nintendo Direct September 2020 edition, and I'm out.